back real this time.
Hi, Daff.
Hi, I accidentally hit record to the computer, and if you can hear Mira, I'm sorry. As I was going on a spiel about that, I was spending enough time at my parents' house, and so I like to take the dogs recording with us, and that's how I get my little fix with them. So if you hear Mira, the little pig, the earth pig, I'm sorry.
The earth pig?
The earth pig.
The bat pig?
Yeah, something. She's some kind of a piggy.
Yeah, she's
piggly wiggly.
Piggiest of all of the pigs.
Yeah, she's the most snorting McSnorts, but she's a baby.
Yeah.
All right. My baby's going to be 2 next month.
Yes.
I can't believe it. It's crazy. And I've had a cold, so sorry if you hear my voice crack or if I talk too much and I have to start coughing. Apologies.
It's our 100th episode.
Yay! Let's celebrate it by having colds.
Yay, that's not what I meant. But I also didn't do a bang-up episode, which is a bummer.
It's fine.
It'll be good.
I'm looking forward to it.
Okay.
I am really looking forward to it, genuinely.
Genuinely.
Okay, you ready to hear some weird laws in Arkansas?
So ready.
You can't put gators in bathtubs.
What? Oh, donkeys. I'm like, didn't we already? No, that was donkeys.
And you can't take, and you can't hunt camels.
That was Arizona.
Hunting camels?
Yes.
Oh,
are you sure you're not in
Arkansas? Yes, I'm positive because it's illegal to say Arkansas there.
Sorry, I'm like, we already had things in bathtubs and camel hunting.
You also can't walk your cow anytime you want.
Okay, like before sunset, after sunset, between the hours of 4 and
Restricted
6.
cow walking time is from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m., 9 a.m. to noon, and 1 to 4 p.m., which feels like it covers most windows.
It sounds like that's pretty much all day and night.
It's because of car accidents.
Okay.
Really walking walking your cow can cause a car accident. You're not allowed to slap mosquitoes in Fayetteville because it's illegal to kill anything.
All right.
So no killing even mosquitoes.
Ugh. What about flies?
What?
What about flies?
Nope.
Killing flies?
You're not allowed to flirt on the streets.
Okay, why?
Why? I don't know. It's a law. You could face 30 days in jail for flirting on the streets.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. There's not a lot of reason behind it. Maybe, I don't know, distractions. I don't know. If you're a short-haired teacher, don't even bother applying for jobs. You're not going to get them.
Wow. I feel like that goes beyond...
misogynistic as fuck.
Oh, well, I was going to say, I feel like that goes beyond the normal discriminatory things that people discriminate against.
Nope, that's one of them. At one point, it was illegal for the Arkansas River to rise higher than Main Street Bridge. So they think they're going to fucking arrest the river for natural shit.
Bring the river in right now.
Bring the river in. No honking your horn after 9 p.m. by sandwich shops.
Okay. I was going to say I can get behind the no honking your horn after 9 p.m., but I'm nowhere near a sandwich shop, so that doesn't mean anything to me.
This one I can get behind. Dogs are not allowed to bark after 6 p.m.
Dogs shouldn't be allowed to bark ever.
But I don't know how you tell your dog it's not allowed to bark. Speaking of dog, this dog's just breathing. She's not barking.
No.
Yeah, men could beat their wives, but only once a month. No wife beating beyond once a month. Yeah, just some fun facts from Arkansas.
Wow.
Alabama, Arkansas. I can't get arrested because I'm not there. Okay.
Wow, no beating your wife only once a month?
Yeah, no more than once a month are you allowed to beat your wife.
That's
An
okay.
effective rule, apparently. They only get to take their rage out once a month.
I feel like that's probably ineffective, but I don't know.
I don't know if it's still a lasting law.
I don't know. I'm like thinking, so if you beat your wife and the police come, then you can be like, no, officer, this is my one time for March. It's in the laws.
Right? I'm allowed to do it.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, here you go. Here's another one. It is illegal to buy or sell blue light bulbs.
Well, that's a shame.
Right? That blue light party you were going to have is out.
Right?
Have to switch it to red light, healing for all.
I love blue lights. They're nice and relaxing. Relaxing.
Okay, guess what? That completes the A list.
All right.
Next, we're moving on to not B's because there's no state that starts with a B, and we'll be in California next time.
All right. So it's our 100th episode.
Whee!
Yeah, it's our 100th episode, and I wish I would have thought of that before I did this episode because it's not really a 100th episode worthy episode, but it's still pretty good.
Okay.
It's our 100th episode,
Proceed.
and this is what I did. But I wasn't thinking about it in terms of like, oh shit, it's our 100th episode. I should do something fucking awesome.
Fucking off the chain, yo.
Yep, but this is pretty cool.
Something
And it's
off the hook.
for my Colorado people. This is a Colorado story, if
Cool.
you will. It's not a case, but it's an episode.
Okay.
Well, it's not a case.
It's not a case.
No, not really. It's an episode.
Okay.
It's a story. It's a
Is it true?
probably.
Oh.
Probably, maybe.
Proceed.
Maybe parts of it might be embellished. Maybe parts of it might not. I'm not really sure.
Is it ghost or is it true crime?
It's crime. True crime.
True. It's true crime.
True crime.
Therefore, it's a case. If
Okay.
it's true crime, it's a true crime case.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. It's a true crime case. True
It's
crime.
just not a case request.
Not one of the 4 we've gotten. No.
Ever.
Anyway,
Literally.
this is the Bloody Espinosas. Have you heard of the Bloody Espinosas?
No, tell me more.
Tell me more. Tell me more.
Did you get very far?
Okay. The Bloody Espinosas are believed to be Colorado's most prolific serial killers, responsible for at least 32 murders from March of 1863 until October of 1863.
Killing spree?
Super busy.
Yeah, killing spree.
Yeah, killing spree. So
In the 1800s?
1863 to be exact.
1863. Wasn't that the Civil War?
That was the Civil War. You're
the
not
War
wrong.
of Northern Aggression?
Right. I'm like, sound like a, never mind.
I sound like a Southerner. I sound like a Confederate.
Yes, exactly.
That's why I said it. The War of Northern Aggression.
I know.
Desperate Housewives, Mike Delfino.
Mhm.
His mom is from the South. You've seen it once. I've seen it 86 times. His mom is from it's because it's my favorite show. It's my comfort show. His mom is from the South, and they said something about the recipe that she had or whatever came from the Civil War. Or she said the War of Northern Aggression, and Susan goes, "You mean the Civil War?" She goes, "No, the War of Northern Aggression."
Let's just be straight here. So, yes, Civil War time. So, all right. The Bloody Espinosas were brothers, Felipe and Vivian, and later their nephew, Jose. Their family grew up in what was once Mexican territory, but after the Mexican War was over in 1848, their land was seceded to the United States. So, you were in Mexico and now you're not.
Where are you now?
You're in not Mexico.
What territory was it at this point?
They ended up, I'm getting there.
Okay, sorry.
It's
I'm
cool.
like, if it's
Well, obviously they ended up in Colorado.
it's unincorporated. It's it's no man's land
But
now.
obviously,
It's seceded to the United States, but not really because it's no one's land.
right.
It's the Espinosa's land.
Obviously, they ended up in Colorado eventually.
Right. Since
So after the
most
signing,
prolific serial killers.
after the signing of the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo in February of 1848, Mexico had seceded the area and its Hispanic settlers to the United States following the conclusion of the war, which was from 1846 to 1848. In the decade that followed the treaty, many Hispanic people had lost the title to their lands because territory courts showed an inclination to settle land disputes in favor of white settlers. Go figure.
Shocked.
Right. So on February 26th, 1861, Colorado became a territory of the Union, not a state. Colorado didn't become a state till like 1876, I think, or
Okay.
1873. It was in the 1870s. I do know that.
So educated.
I know,
couldn't
right?
tell you those
well, I
things.
wasn't there, so I don't remember.
Really?
I wasn't there that day.
100 years too late.
William Gilpin, the first governor of Colorado, organized a group called the Colorado Volunteers to defend Colorado from the inevitable invasion of the Confederate forces during the Civil War. Because the discovery of gold, the Confederate powers that be obviously were very interested in overtaking Colorado and claiming the gold, because gold.
But aren't we technically like in the south part of the United States?
Yeah, but we're
I mean, we're not the South, but
No.
we're in
we
the
were
southern...
Colorado was Union. Colorado was part of the Union.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking if you split the country directly in half, I think Colorado's on the lower
By
end of it.
hemisphere, but no. But it wasn't. It was also maybe a pick and choose.
Okay,
Like
got it. The map didn't go in a perfect straight line across.
Right. Or it was people's beliefs and where they lived.
Okay,
So,
got it. Be a good person or be a dickhole.
right.
Whatever.
Pedro Ignacia Espinosa and Maria Gertrudis Chavez ended up in what is now El Rito, New Mexico, about 35 miles west of Taos with their daughters and 3 sons, which had been their land in Mexico prior to the Mexican-American War. The focus of this story is going to be Felipe, who was born in 1828, and then Vivian, who was born in 1831.
Try to sound more enthusiastic. This is your case. The story today unpacks around
Okay.
Vivian. Vivian.
Yes. Felipe had a reputation for being set off easily, even as a young man.
Okay.
In 1854...
He's easily triggered.
Yeah.
Easy douche.
Yeah, exactly.
Quick on the trigger.
Hot-tempered.
Yeah, hothead.
Yeah.
That's the hothead.
Hothead. Felipe, 26 years old in 1854, married Maria Hurtado. Sorry. I know I'm going to butcher because I can't even say English, so.
Let alone saying Spanish.
Right. And she was just 17 years old, but I'm thinking that was probably pretty normal. She's probably an old maid.
17 and 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say for those times.
She was probably old.
Actually, he was probably young.
Probably true.
Yeah, normally, isn't it like
40 and 16 or 40 and 12 or some nasty thing?
Yeah.
In 1858, the couple moved.
And he got a bunch of chickens.
Right. Here's our daughter.
And her dowry.
And her dowry of 17 chickens to match the number of years she is old.
Right. We got rid of the cows last week for the other one. Sorry. So you have to have the chickens.
Right. In 1858, the couple moved with their 2 kids to San Rafael, just a couple miles from Conejos at the west end of the San Luis Valley, which was in the Colorado Territory.
Okay.
A U.S. census from 1860 lists Felipe and his wife living in Conejos with 2 children, a 5-year-old girl and 2-year-old son.
All right.
So census fun.
Census
fun. Yay.
Census fun. Yay.
Census fun.
I do love the census.
Yeah, me too. It's pretty interesting.
I filled it out in college for myself. That was pretty crazy.
Oh, I live in Boulder. Okay. By 1862, Vivian was living with his brother. They farmed, herded sheep, and rustled horses, but maybe they didn't.
Okay.
We're not for sure if they really stole horses or not.
What did you say? They wrestled horses?
Rustled.
Tackling horses to the ground. That's fucking rude.
Right. They were horse thieving.
Oh, they had an ice cream cone in their back pocket.
Yes, exactly.
Just luring horsies out.
Walking away. So I don't know.
Not tackling them.
Not tackling them. And
Horse would
I don't
probably
know.
take them.
Part of the story I feel like is embellished, but maybe they were stealing horses. I don't know. I don't want to accuse anybody of anything that I can't prove. So, especially thievery. Allegedly. But if they were stealing horses, it was a serious crime. And at that time, it was punishable by death.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. But I'm assuming also in those days, you just shoot the horse rustlers. Like, you don't take them to court.
Yeah.
And let them go to trial and then be sentenced to death. You just shoot them.
Right.
Shoot on sight.
Yep. Like they do in Kenya if you try to poach an animal. It's a good fact.
It is a good fact.
No animal poaching. You get shot.
Good.
Yeah, as
we'll
it
poach
should
you.
Be. Exactly.
Yep.
We want to see your ivory teeth.
Yeah. We want to mount you on our wall.
Exactly.
The Espinosa brothers were allegedly responsible for a lot of robberies in the area.
Their ice cream cones in their back pocket.
Yes.
Maybe they're what the law is after. Maybe they created
Maybe
it.
they started it. As the story goes, they robbed a wagon carrying freight to a priest, the priest was carrying his own freight. So the priest operates this trading post in northern New Mexico, and he's carrying his own wagon and stuff, right? With stuff to take to the trading post that he operates.
Okay.
And instead of killing him, they tied him upside down to the wagon tongue, which is the part that like hooks to the horses or oxen or whatever's pulling your wagon.
The mule?
Yeah. And
I just imagine he has mule. Because then it gives him an excuse to say, okay, jackass.
No, because they whipped the horse. So they tied him to the wagon tongue and then they whipped the horse that was pulling the wagon. So they were trying to drag him. Yeah. to death, obviously, but
Yeah, that
he
would
lived.
fuck up your skin real good.
Road rash.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Ow.
Ow.
I don't know if it's better, though, that this would have been a dirt road at the time.
Oh, I'm sure.
Or today's pavement. I think the dirt road might be favorable.
It depends, because
to
there's a bunch of rocks and who knows, maybe there's cactus and
Fuck.
yeah.
Except for I bet the horses aren't stepping in the cacti.
Well, if you're getting whipped and you're just fucking running,
Yeah. I guess they can't feel it, right?
probably not. And they probably, never mind. I was
They
going to
have
say,
hooves.
and cactus is pretty sparse here, but we have it. Like up on the trail.
I thought this was in New Mexico. You just said this is in northern New Mexico.
No, the priest was going through Colorado. He was transporting to his trading post in northern New Mexico.
Oh, yeah. There's tons of cacti here. There's even cacti by our house.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. On the trail over here, it's like there's cactus, but they're like sparsely spread. They're not, it's not like we have, it's a cactus field. It's like there's a patch of cactus, not a patch of cactus, patch of cactus, not a patch of cactus.
Oh, it's not like, yes, how you picture Arizona.
Right, exactly.
It's not like
and
all
not those big giant.
deserted.
Yeah, those big giant.
Deserted in the desert.
All right, back to it.
Yes.
So the priest survived the dragging and reported it to the nearest military post, which was Fort Garland in Colorado.
Okay.
The priest wanted the Espinosas placed under arrest for robbery, and I'm assuming battery.
How did he know it was them? Did he know them?
I don't know, but he did.
Oh, okay.
I mean, he knew who to go after.
Who you gonna call? The army.
In January of 1863, U.S. Marshal George Austin led 16 soldiers to the Espinosa's homestead near San Rafael. So they're trying to avoid a conflict, right? A conflict. They don't want there to be drama because they already know that these guys are violent, right?
Okay.
They've been accused of stealing horses. They're accused of robberies. They've drug a priest. Like,
Yeah. They're not kind.
Yeah. So they're aggressive.
Okay.
They don't want any confrontation. They don't want any conflict. So they just send one guy up to the door because they're just going to like be like, hey, and then they're going to take him back to Fort Garland and put him under arrest, right? So they send a lieutenant up to the door by himself, and he told the men that he was on a recruiting trip, and he asked them if they wanted to join the army, and they're like, no, we're good.
Just luring them out.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, join the army. Let's go to Fort Garland and get you signed up.
Hey, little kid, here's some candy.
Basically.
Come in my van. You want to see a puppy?
So,
like, what's in it for us?
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing.
An arrest.
You're going to get drugged this time.
They declined. And so the rest of the men who were there, because I said there were 16.
Oh, that's a fucking ambush. That's an ambush.
Yeah.
It's like, trying to lure them into a false sense of security.
That there's only one guy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And then all the other ones are like, okay, well, you don't want to come with us to sign up to be in the army, so we're going to arrest you, which is why we're actually here. The men declined to join the army. And so the rest of the people moved in and they tried to arrest the Espinosas, the other 15 people. There was a big gunfight, as one might imagine, and a Mexican corporal was killed. The Espinosas took off and the soldiers then looted their homestead, confiscating livestock, and then they burned it to the ground. So that's cool.
So they're real solid military guys.
Right? It's like
we didn't get our way.
Are you any better than the criminals?
Yeah, right. They are the criminals at this point.
Are you any better than...
Right. Is vigilante justice really justice if you are equally as bad?
No.
Yeah, no.
So
the answer is no.
No.
No, yeah in front of the no. It's just no.
No. So they took all their stuff, took their livestock, set their homestead, all the houses and everything on their homestead on fire, and obviously left the family with nothing.
Yeah. That's rude as fuck.
Huge fucking bummer. So early March of 1863, the brothers began riding north to begin their revenge rampage because they're fucking pissed.
I would be too.
Yeah.
You took everything from me.
Yeah, you took everything. On March 18th, 1863, Francis William Bruce left his log cabin south of Canyon City and he headed up to his sawmill, which was like 12 miles away from his house, up Hardscrabble Creek, which I love. Hardscrabble
Creek.
Later that day, his horses and empty wagon returned alone to the cabin. And of course, everybody's like, what the fuck? Where is he?
Right.
And they're like, his thing, like his horses came back and his wagon
Everything
came
has
back.
arrived except for him.
But there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing in the wagon. The wagon's empty. A search was pretty quickly underway, and his body was found near the sawmill, and he'd been shot through the heart, and his gun was still in the holster. So obviously he'd been ambushed.
Yeah,
He
that's
didn't
a
have
quick
time
attack.
to even draw.
He got sniped.
Yes, got sniped. The next day, March 19th, Henry Harkins worked all day chinking his logs on his cabin at Little Fountain Creek, which is southwest of Colorado City. And chinking the cabin is they mix like mud and horsehair or mud and hay together to make like concrete. It's pre-concrete.
That sounds disgusting.
So you shove it in the cracks between the log cabin because obviously you're putting logs together. They're not going to fit all super tight. So
that sounds nasty.
you have to chink it. So you put the stuff, you put the mud with.
So now when I look at old timey cabins, I know what I'm looking at, and that's disgusting.
Yeah, you didn't know. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
Did our cabin have chink?
Yeah, what would you think?
That it had modern day fixtures for something that was built in the year 1900.
No, nope, it was chinked.
We had an old ass cabin. It was so cool.
It was so cool.
Those were the days.
So were the days. Okay, enough reminiscing. The cabin had only a blanket hanging for a door, so he didn't even have a door up yet. He had been talking with his friends at the nearby sawmill about the work he was doing on his cabin. And later that evening, his friends went to the cabin to see how far he'd gotten, like, what's going on? How's it going over here, bud? They saw no lamplight between the logs or through the blanket door.
Okay.
So they're like, oh, fuck, what the fuck? And that's like from a distance, you know? So they're riding up on it. And they find Harkins dead with a gunshot to the head, which had also been split open by an axe.
Fuck.
And
That's a little overkill.
Overkill. And his chest also had been struck twice by an axe. An axe. Words.
Did they know this guy? Was he a part of the military? It sounds like he's pretty off the beaten path.
It's random. Their murders are random.
They're opportunistic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I don't know if I said it. Did I say it that one Mexican corporal was killed?
You did.
Okay. I wasn't for sure if I did or not. But yeah, so basically the only person that they killed that was technically involved in what happened to
was a Mexican person.
Well, not even that, but the guy was involved in the burning and the
ambush.
He was involved in the ambush. Yeah. And he got shot in the ambush. So anyway, they found him with a gunshot to the head. His head had been split open by an axe. His chest also had been struck by an axe, which left 2 big gashes.
Ow.
I can't words.
No, neither one of us. Neither one of us can words.
The guys who rode up on the cabin had interrupted the murderers while they were ransacking the cabin, and they took off. But it's nighttime, and so they don't get a good look at them. They just know that it's like a couple people. Okay. So a sheriff and a deputy from Hardscrabble traced the killers to Colorado City, which makes sense because they're right there by Colorado City. And then they kept following them, and they went to Manitou and up Ute Pass, heading towards Fairplay. While hunting the killers down, they came across the body of J.D. Adelman, who had been shot through the head at his ranch, which was very remote, but it was off Ute Pass Road. But it's like in the middle of nowhere. He has a road, obviously, to get in and out of his ranch, and the road connects to the Ute Pass Road, which is like the main road to get through.
Okay.
There's nothing else there. It's like his ranch, nothing.
So they killed him. Because he's the only thing there to kill.
Right. He'd been shot through the head.
They couldn't get the bear, so they got him. Yeah. Actually, if it's March, there might not be a bear yet.
Yeah, probably, maybe not. I guess it depends on the weather because there's bears already here because it's like freaking 80 degrees.
I know.
Last month.
They're out of hibernation.
Bad. Anyway.
Even though it's supposed to snow this next weekend, but whatevs.
Perhaps. We'll see. And so they came across his body at his ranch. He'd been shot in the head, and they rode back to Colorado City to report the murder. Okay. So they didn't keep pursuing him. They're like, well, shit, now there's another one. So from the evidence, it's clear that the Espinosas would sneak up on their victims. They're just watching them and waiting until they're alone or until like they have the opportunity because that one guy had his gun in his holster.
They're literally sniping these people.
Yeah. But if they're getting them with an axe too, they're coming right up on them. So
they're not. Well, yeah, I didn't mean
they're just waiting.
They're not snipers. They're not in trees with guns like ready to go. They're just hitting them real quick.
Yeah, at least not in this point. Or maybe they are. I don't know.
Did they know it was them?
No.
Okay.
They don't know who they're looking for. Next, a man named Binkley and another man named A.N. Shoup. I love how I only get a last name and some initials. 1863.
1863. There's no Facebook profiles for these people?
Nope. Couldn't find any MySpace, nothing.
No pronouns.
No. So they were found murdered by the Kenosha House Way Station near Fairplay. So they're just still traveling this path, right? They're on this Ute Pass Road.
Okay.
Which at the time was just a small mining camp. So again, it's kind of remote. There's not a lot happening.
Fairplay is right by South Park for South Park watchers.
Yes.
And like the show South Park. That
Yes. Yeah.
I'm telling the audience. I'm not telling you know this. This is not news to you.
What?
That South Park is based off of a real place in Colorado that is right near Fairplay.
I don't know how well that speaks for us, but it's based off a real place and real people. No.
I don't know about real people, but hey, I can get down with South Park. It's pretty funny sometimes.
It is pretty funny.
I've only seen like 5 episodes, but those 5 episodes I've seen, I laughed my ass off at every single 5.
At every single 5.
At every single 5 of them.
All 5 of them. 2 days after that murder, just those murders, sorry.
Those nerders.
Nerders of that Binkley and Shoup guy. But I think
A.N. Shoup.
A.N. Shoup, yes. So 2 days after that, just northeast of Fairplay, and they're heading north.
Why did you say that with an accent?
The War of Northern Aggression.
The War of Northern Aggression are headed to the north.
They're headed north.
I told my friend the other day, I was like, I think I could be Southern. And she goes, no. I was like, I think I could pull off an accent. She's like, no, you cannot.
She's like, rethink that plan.
Yeah, she's like, don't ever try to improvise your life ever again.
Just go with what's happening.
Right. She's like, or if you do, don't be Southern. Come up with something believable.
Choose something else. Back to it. Sorry, made me lose my whole everything.
Northeast of Fairplay.
Yes. Tuning back in. Fred Lehman and Sol Sega. I think that sounds good. Were ambushed and killed.
I like how you just say that and we start laughing. God, we're so fucked up. They were killed.
No, I'm laughing at the name.
How do you spell it?
I mean, not laughing at the name, but I'm like, oh, I don't really know how to say it. So I'm just going to go with, yeah, that's cool. It's Seyga, Sega. Yeah?
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay. So they were ambushed and killed.
Sega.
They were ambushed and killed, not laughing at the ambushing and killing part. The men had been traveling together and they were headed to Denver. One of the men was killed by a single gunshot and the other had a gunshot through his wrist. So presumably, since they're sneaking up on these people, right?
A gunshot to the wrist killed him?
No, I'll keep going.
Okay.
But my theory is that because they're sneaking up on people and they killed the one guy, they, shot him and he was dead. But the other guy might have...
They killed which one guy? They killed the one guy. Which
it
one
just says
guy?
one of the men. So...
Oh, these two.
Of these 2 men. But I think the other guy was probably drawing his weapon. Because he's like, oh, fuck. So that's why I think he was shot him in the wrist. They're probably going for the hand or the arm or whatever. So he can't shoot back. Yeah. So he has a gunshot through his wrist and his head was bashed in with a rock.
Ow.
So they're like, okay, you can't shoot us and we're going to be fucking
this isn't
brutal.
The fucking zombie apocalypse.
No.
You don't need to get the brain.
I suppose.
Jeez. Ow. That's just overkill. Once again, overkill. Bashed in.
Yeah. With a rock. They could have just shot him.
Yeah, that probably would have been.
But they're using an axe.
Aggressive.
Yeah,
people.
they're using an axe. They're using a rock, obviously.
Clearly, whatever happened, whether they're wrestling horses and somebody got kicked in the head too hard once.
Something.
Or I'm just starting a rumor.
Well, they said Felipe was a hothead anyway. So this is probably in his style.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. This is all overkill. This is like... Something's happened to these boys other than their shit being burned down. That's like...
It's aggressive behavior.
Yeah, it's like, you burned all my stuff down. I'm going to kill everybody in my path. What?
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Nope. Not going to. So, of course, by this time, people in the area are getting scared because of the rising body count.
But how do they know what area?
They don't. I mean, they just know
everybody's just on edge.
Yeah, like they're heading in a certain direction.
Because they're following the trail.
Yeah.
The Ute trail.
But they don't know where they're going to strike next or who it is or anything. So they demanded that territorial officials find the killers and let justice be served.
Is that like the Colorado State cops at this point?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Troopers?
Troopers. Well, we're not a state yet, so.
Right, but that's the equivalent, yeah.
It's probably just that Colorado volunteers. Or,
the army
or
people.
like the sheriff, there's the sheriff and the deputy. And like all these towns have sheriffs and deputies, but who knows how many they have. And if a mining camp.
The law.
I don't know if a mining camp
involved.
has, a sheriff, probably not.
I don't know. You don't remember from the Shady Hollow mine if there was a cop?
Yeah, but that was in Central City. It wasn't a camp. It was a city. It was a town by that point.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So lawmen, I have to stop saying so. I want to punch my own self. It's so annoying. So annoying.
So annoying.
But lawmen and military were widely scattered around the territory, and no one even knew who they were looking for.
We got a spray bottle every time you say so.
Please
right.
do.
Yeah.
So they didn't even know. They didn't even know who they were looking for.
Okay, yeah.
So
you established that. I asked you, I said, do they know who they're going for? And you said no.
Right. But I mean, the people are like, hey, we need all of you lawmen to come together and find these motherfuckers. We're more worried about these people than a war.
Oh,
like,
that's
because
fucked.
this is like happening like in our faces right now. And
Right.
they're like, okay,
Mass
cool.
genocide of people in the Union versus these two guys going and killing people.
Yeah.
Sure.
And they
Priorities.
exactly. So the military spread out. The people are like, no, you guys need to get your shit back here and help figure out who this is and let's get him. But they really couldn't do that because the Civil War was in full swing.
Yeah.
At this point, and people feared that it was Confederate sympathizers coming up from Texas who were terrorizing the area. So they're like, well, hey, but
Would they be Confederate sympathizers or would they just be Confederates?
Well, okay. So maybe they're just thinking it's not soldiers. It's just people who are on board with the whole Confederate thing.
Key West was definitely part of the Confederacy, though.
Yeah.
That's the southernmost point in the United States.
Layman and Sega lived in California Gulch, located on the west side of Mosquito Range near Leadville, and they were well known and liked.
I don't want to go there.
Mosquito Range?
No,
it sounds bad.
keep me out of there.
It sounds like there's
Keep me away.
probably a lot of mosquitoes.
I don't want to check.
No, but Leadville's cool.
I love Leadville. Leadville's sweet. Leadville is the highest
Incorporated city.
incorporated city, yes, in the United States.
Yeah, that is correct.
Most elevation, altitude, those things.
That's actually an incorporated city. Yes.
Yes.
After hearing about the murders, the residents of the area called a meeting to raise funds and figure out a plan for a sustained manhunt. What?
Sorry.
You're picturing Gilmore Girls, are you?
I'm slightly, yes, the Stars Hollow Council
Yeah. Taylor
is with his little thing.
and Miss Patty.
His little, what do you
Gavel.
call it? Yeah, the gavel. Hear ye, hear ye.
So they
I
call.
have something to say about this.
We got to do something about this. 17 men volunteered. Captain John McCannon was the leader of the group, and they went off in search of justice. Dun, dun, dun. I like how they're 16 and 17 and
Their numbers keep growing.
yeah, by one.
It's a slow increase.
But they don't know who they're after, to be fair. So they're not like, oh, well, Fort Garland had 16. We better take one more. They don't know that it's the people that Fort Garland attacked that just
Right.
attacked back.
Right.
So at the
But
same
they
time.
didn't really attack back. They're just fucking killing people to kill people.
No, but at the scene, because there was a gunfight.
Yes.
So they attacked back at that point, and then the one Mexican
Well, yes,
corporal
they
got
attacked
killed.
back, but they're not on a revenge tour of those people specifically.
No.
They're just like traveling along being like, hey, there's a guy there. Bang.
Yep, exactly.
Hey, there's another one. Bang, bang.
Or there's
motherfucker.
3 guys here. Let's just fucking wait until there's just one. Let's hang out and watch them. And we'll wait till there's
It's,
just
like,
one. And we'll just
actually
go.
really creepy.
It's really creepy.
It really puts me on edge.
Yeah.
The hills have eyes. What?
At the same time, a militia was dispatched to guard Fairplay, and Company 1 of the 2nd Regiment of the Colorado Volunteers was sent from Denver to patrol the area around Canyon City. So they have one area protected and another area protected, but they don't have a search going. Only those 17 people are searching. The other...
That is a search going. It's just 17 people searching.
But like the official, the army, the military, the police,
holding
whatever,
down the fort somewhere
are
else.
just protecting the people. Almost immediately.
Whoa, that just all clicked in my brain. Hold down the fort. Military people protecting their base. Hold down the fort. That just like that phrase just clicked. What that actually means.
And okay, Daphne just got it. Ding, ding, ding.
The light bulb just went off. Sorry.
It's okay.
You raised me.
I can think of so many things, but I'm not going to talk about them right now.
I don't want to talk about mine afflictions.
Nope. Almost immediately, 2 men named Baxter and Snyder were captured and brutally interrogated, but denied any involvement in the murders. And so obviously,
they just picked 2 guys. And they're like, you're 2 men together. You must be. How do they even know it was 2 of them?
I think what people saw.
Okay, so people are witnessing this?
No, like the people that came on that cabin.
Maybe footprints.
Yeah, or like horse prints that there's only this many horses. So, and maybe they think it's a bigger group, but maybe these 2 have
one
just
person
separated
could
off.
have 16 horses if they felt like it. What do they mean? However many horses
Depends
there
on
are.
how many ice cream cones you can fit in your back pocket.
True.
So these guys obviously are not good guys because they captured them and they're like, hey, we know it was you fuckers, right? And they're like, no, it wasn't actually us. But they beat the shit out of them trying to get them to admit it, and they would never admit it because it wasn't them. With neither of the men confessing to the crimes, Snyder was released on the condition that he would never return to the area. So obviously bad dude if they're like, hey, we're going to let you go, but we don't ever fucking want to see you again.
How do they know he's bad?
He must have a reputation in the area.
Yeah, that or they just picked him. They're like, must be that guy.
No,
mob mentality.
I think I'm for sure it was mob mentality, but I think he had a reputation in the area, which is why they were also singled out.
Okay. Gotcha.
So Baxter admitted to being a fugitive from the Park County Sheriff, and he was taken to Fairplay and handed over to a troop of U.S. cavalry.
Is it cavalry or cavalry?
It's cavalry.
Like what? Caval?
C-A-V-A.
Oh, caval.
Yeah.
Not calval. Caval.
It's still like whatever.
No, it's for me.
Oh, I'm trying. U.S. cavalrymen were also searching for the murderers. And as soon as the posse left, some of the recruits of the 2nd Regiment of the 2nd Colorado Regiment hung Baxter. So they're like, well, we're just not going to fuck with you anymore.
Oh, fuck it. Right? We already got you.
We know you're a bad guy. You admitted to being a fugitive. We don't have time for your bullshit because we're have to deal with whatever the fuck else is going on. And we're at war at the same time. So we're just going to take you out of the equation altogether.
It's so fucked.
Yeah. Yep.
We'll just get you instead.
Yeah.
We don't actually feel like dealing with your ass.
Yeah. Well, we don't want to keep fucking around with you. So now there are a ton of resources being pulled together to find these killers. And the men weren't easy to track because the area was super spread out. The mining camps were off the beaten path and at least like 20 miles away from one another. And the roads are not well defined. And yeah, so it's like not so easy to find them, right?
Correct.
Sometimes murders committed by them would not be found for some time. And by then, the Espinosas were long gone. So they're finding just bodies, random bodies. And days later, or weeks later.
Okay.
A man named Edward Metcalf, who would be a survivor of the Espinosas, was hauling a load of lumber. Maybe I should spoiler alert. Sorry. Was hauling a load of lumber from Alma to Fairplay, and Metcalf was traveling part of the way with a man named John Carter, who was only going as far on the main road to a fork that led to a gold mining camp, the gold mining camp of Mosquito, of the Mosquito Range, right?
Okay, so he's going backwards.
He's going that way. Well, not necessarily backwards, because
backwards on our story. They're going the other direction.
Yeah.
They're going to cross paths with him.
So Carter and Metcalf were supposed to meet back up in the same place on Metcalf's way back that afternoon. And as Metcalf was nearing the place, he could see Carter coming in the distance. But, you know, like the roads are dipping or whatever, and maybe Metcalf's higher and Carter's lower, and he could see him and then he can't see him. So while Carter was out of sight because of a dip in the road or some sort of some sort of anomaly that.
So they're not really traveling together.
No.
They're traveling at a distance together.
Well, no, because I said that they were going to meet back up. So they were traveling together to a certain point, and then the one dude went off this way, and the other dude kept going this way. And then they're like, "Hey, we'll meet at 4:30 or whatever. I'll see you back in this spot at 4:30, and we're going to travel back."
Okay.
Because also they know shit's going down.
Gotcha.
So they're like, it's better to not be a single person
travel in numbers.
because they're ambushing people, and at least one of us might have a chance.
So fucked.
So fucked. So while he was out of sight, Metcalf heard a gunshot, but he didn't think anything of it. He thought like maybe someone was hunting. Well, I mean, yeah, you're traveling in numbers and you're trying to be safe, but also you live in this era and
It
time.
just makes me laugh that I didn't think anything of it. There's people on the exact same trail murdering other people that you're on, and you hear a gunshot and you're like,
Probably nothing.
probably nothing.
But also,
I mean, I guess that's really an optimistic point of view to take.
there you go. But they're like near a mining camp and people are hunting for food. And so, I mean, it's 1863. I'm pretty sure gunshots are probably a pretty fucking common sound.
Right. I'm just saying.
It's like here, when you hear a motorcycle, you don't go, oh my God, what was that? I'm so shocked and surprised. It's like, oh, there goes a motorcycle, because they're all going all the time.
Okay.
It's a common occurrence. I'm thinking.
Okay. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
That just makes me laugh. It's nothing.
It's nothing. There's some murderers out here, but it's probably cool.
There's some murderers that we know are using guns, but it's fine.
Yeah, axes, rocks, all the things. While sitting in the road waiting for Carter to show back up, a shot was fired at Metcalf from about 50 yards away in an area it was a thick area of evergreen trees.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's just the day.
So he's coming, they're like, yeah, he's getting shot at. He can't see. So, but he got super lucky, and the bullet that hit him was deflected by a roll of papers that was stuffed inside his heavy overcoat. So he has this big ass, I'm picturing he has a big ass duster on or something, you know?
A duster?
That's one of those cowboy coats that like goes almost to their ankles.
Like a parka?
Sure. Anyway.
It's like a robe.
Yeah. It's a cowboy robe, but a warm one for outside.
Robes are normally typically, if like a real robe is warm.
It depends. I have a summer robe and a winter robe. And
I do
don't
too,
wear any of them,
actually.
so
I have very many robes. I have a couple silky ones.
Daphne,
I have a kimono.
Daphne loves robes. When she was little, she would always go around in a robe, and her dad started calling her Hef.
I don't think I've ever heard that story. That's awesome. I guess that makes sense why I have an obsession with watching Playboy shit.
Always in a robe.
Why I'm fascinated by that lifestyle.
You're like, hey, Hef, what's going on?
Well, you guys used to call me Isaac also. So.
The bartender from the Love Boat. Okay, moving on. But he got super lucky again because he's wearing a big ass fucking bathrobe / coat. And he has a roll of papers stuffed inside the pocket.
Hef with his Playboy magazines.
There you go. And the bullet got deflected. And I read somewhere that had like a copy of the Declaration of Independence, but I feel like that seems a little far-fetched. That's where I'm like, I think some of this is embellished.
Well, maybe he was trying to bring it somewhere.
Or he just carries it around because he likes to read it. I don't know.
Maybe he was delivering it.
Okay. I got nothing. His oxen took off at the sound of the gunshot.
That's so weird to me.
The Declaration of Independence? Are you just carrying it around?
These people are riding oxen.
Oh, no, the oxen were pulling his wagon because it was full of lumber.
Oh.
So it was heavy.
Okay, so they're not just riding cows.
No.
Big old male cows.
No. So he yelled at them as they ran down the hill to Cottage Ranch, which is now Alma. And Cottage Ranch was owned by A.P. Allen. And he heard all of the commotion and he ran out in the yard with his gun. And he saw two men.
Bang, bang, bang. Motherfuckers.
He saw two men run out of the evergreen trees in hot pursuit of Metcalf. But turned and rode away when they saw Alan with the gun coming at them. So they're like, oh shit, nobody ever shoots back. We gotta go.
Run, brother, run.
Run, Rudolph, run.
Run, Forrest, run.
Metcalf was able to catch a glimpse of two men in Mexican attire with rifles in their hands. And when Carter didn't show up,
I have my hand out for her to pause.
Pause.
Mexican attire?
Yeah.
Like they're wearing sombreros and serapes?
Maybe serapes. Probably not sombreros, but like the Mexican.
That's so racist.
Well, but they had a different style.
I know.
And like the Mexican hats from that time were different than like the cowboy hats that the Colorado people were wearing, you know?
Okay.
Like they were just
they were
different...
distinctively from that region of Americas.
Exactly. They were distinctively dressed in not what people from mining camps would be wearing.
Okay, gotcha. I'm like, that's not, I know that's not your words. That's just the times, obviously.
That's Metcalf's words.
But that's so fucked up.
Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. Like you dress like in yoga pants and shit, and you're not a yoga instructor, but or even go to yoga. But
Thanks.
But I would be like, describe you as someone who wears yoga attire. And I don't think that's racist.
Athleisure.
Leisure wear.
Athleisure.
Oh, athleisure. My bad.
I think leisure is like my sweat sets. I describe you as someone who sits on the couch. That's your couch wear.
That's your couch wear.
My formal wear is my matching sets.
Nice. Of which you have like 40.
Oh, yeah. I go to formal events often.
Yes.
Catch me at the black tie event in my red comfort sweat set. Okay,
she looks like she should be in a Coca-Cola commercial, and she wears that.
And I have a red Coca-Cola beanie, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll Coca-Cola it up.
Yeah, I should be a spokesperson for them.
You should be.
They have good sustainability initiatives.
And we love our Coca-Cola.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the Mexican Coke with
Especially
real
the
sugar.
Mexican variety.
Yeah, with real sugar.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're so good.
Back to it.
Yes, sorry.
Okay. When Carter didn't show up, Metcalf was like, well, shit. I did hear a gunshot a while ago.
Obviously something.
Something probably maybe related to what just happened to me.
I just got shot at and my friend's not here.
Yeah.
What?
The men searched for and found Carter, who had been shot and dragged off the road about 30 feet into the trees. And he hadn't been killed by the gunshot. And they knew this because he had clawed at the ground while he was being dragged. So it's not just like a drag of fingers. It's literally like they could tell that he's like...
He's digging in. And he's got dirt under his nails and all that.
Yeah.
The whole bit.
The whole thing. And there's... Yeah. They could just tell he'd been dragged. So...
Been drugged.
Stop saying so!
Remind me to bring a squirt bottle out here. I have a hypochlorous acid one out here somewhere.
It's over there. I'm not going to give it to you, though.
Clean yourself. Clean yourself.
And he had not only been shot, but he'd also been slashed by an axe. Metcalf then went back to Fairplay. Sorry, it kind of went off kilter with the whole Coca-Cola outfit and whatnot. So anyway,
my black tie.
They found him. He was dragged off the road. He'd been shot, but the gunshot didn't kill him. And they drug him off into the woods, and then they slashed him with an axe, and that's what finished him off. Presumably. Okay. He might have died from the gunshot. Who knows? But he didn't. So they're like, we got to make sure. And maybe they didn't want to draw more attention to themselves because they knew that other guy was coming. And so they're like, we better just axe this fucker. Poor guy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. So Metcalf then...
You need a rubber band on your wrist.
Metcalf then went back to Fairplay where he met the McCannon posse, and he was able to give a description of the men, and the description matched the description of the two men who had escaped the Fort Garland soldiers a month earlier.
Okay, but they're on them.
I feel like it was 2 months earlier.
They're on to them.
Because that was in January, and this is March, but whatever. I'm just going off of what the history books said.
Okay.
Which, as we know...
Maybe they don't know how to count time.
Apparently not. Or maybe there wasn't February then. I don't know. It just went January, March. I don't know. This was the break that they needed.
Wow.
On purpose. And now they knew they were... This was the break that they needed, and now they knew who they were looking for, right?
Okay.
Stop.
What? I'm not doing anything.
I'm purposely not saying so it's taking me like a minute to get going in my brain because I'm only saying it in my head and not out loud, which is very hard for me because I pretty much say everything out loud that I think in my head, which isn't always the best plan, but it just happened. I've been told I don't have a filter, which...
I don't either. That's where I get over them. Proceed.
Newspapers... would dub
dramatic pause. Newspapers.
To think of the word so in my head and not out loud. Newspapers would dub them the Bloody Espinosas. I need to say the word so because If it applies, I can use it. I just shouldn't use it at the beginning of every fucking sentence. So the posse took off the next day in search of the men. It did have an applicable.
It did, yes. That wouldn't grammatically fit.
Yes. The murderers.
I can't look at you.
Don't look at me. The murderers trail. Okay, regroup. The murderer's trail was easy to... Do you want to pause it for a second? The murderer's trail was easy to follow because it was early April. Did you start it? Okay.
Yes.
Sorry. The murderer's trail was easy to follow because it was early April and the ground was soft in places and muddy from the melting snow. Late afternoon...
See the wheels turning of her not wanting to say so.
The posse was near the Adelman Ranch and stopped there to check it out because they already knew that the guy had been killed. However, the guy that had been killed,
there's a new one.
J.D. Adelman, was the brother of a posse member. And when they got there, he got distraught and upset. And he's like, I can't go on.
The posse's like the fucking KKK.
Something.
Or
Why?
just hunters.
Well, they're trying to get the people that are killing other people. So I don't know that they're
like a hot pursuit.
Yeah. Well, kind of. Not exactly.
Okay, but this guy's brother died and he's like, I can't go on.
Yeah. I don't know why they would stop there. They're like, my brother was killed here. Let's go check it out. His blood's everywhere. I can't go on. Two of the other men decided to stay with that guy because they didn't want to, because they knew there was some safety in numbers, right?
Yeah. It's probably easier to not be ambushed if there's several of you.
If there's three of you, especially if one of you is super distraught.
Yeah. It's not an easy target at all.
No. After leaving the ranch, the posse came across the campsite where the men had clearly spent the night. That night, there was to be a full moon and the trail was really going to be easy to follow now because, like I said, the snow is melting. It's mud. They could oh, there's these horse prints. We got this. So because there was going to be a full moon, it was going to be all nice and bright. Obviously not cloudy. They didn't want to stop the search. McCannon.
That sounds like such a lovely time to be alive. Before the light pollution and just looking up at the stars.
Oh, okay. I'm like...
No, not
all the
these
rest
guys
of it.
on the trail, just looking up at the
you
stars.
have to carry a gun everywhere you
without
go.
the light pollution.
Yes, no light pollution would be great.
I was watching Sinners again the other day. Everybody should carry around a gun in those times.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the 30s though? Or
yeah,
the late
Sinners
20s?
is in the 1930s, I think. Late 20s or the 30s. I think 30s.
Yeah, I think 30s is right.
Yeah.
Maybe 40s.
No, it's not that far away. Not that late. It's got to be in the 30s.
Any hoodles.
Any
Sounds
hoodles.
like a nice time to look up at the stars without a bunch of light pollution.
Yeah. Getting back to it.
Mm-hmm.
McCannon and 7 men with the best horses continued into the night to find the men. Julius Sawyer, Frederick, name.
Yikes.
William
His parents
Young.
hated him.
Yeah.
They're like, we can't think of anything better. You shall be Frederick. Frederick.
William Young, James.
Maybe he was Frederick. A little different.
Change it up a touch. William Young, James Foley, John Landon, Joseph Lamb, and William McComb. Just before dawn, they saw 2 horses on a little grassy spot in a gulch below them. So the men tied up their horses out of sight, and they slowly moved in. The horses in the grass were hobbled, and their saddles lay on the ground nearby. So like, oh, this is it.
They can't take off easy unless it's on foot.
Yeah,
Okay.
for sure. They watched the horses, and then Vivian came for the horses. Joe Lamb fired, and the man dropped dead.
Oh, Vivian's just killed just like that.
Yep, so that guy's a good shot. And when that happened, Felipe came to the edge of the grassy area where the horses were, and then the men were about to fire. But then McCannon yelled, "Don't shoot, that's Young."
Ooh.
So they didn't think it was Felipe.
Okay.
Apparently, Felipe was wearing similar attire to this William Young guy. I think that was his name.
Probably
Anyway,
they
Young.
stole some of their stuff.
Probably taking stuff from people
Yes, stealing people's things
after they
as
kill
they
them.
go
Yeah.
on their journey.
And being in the shadow of the hill, wearing the same outfit, they thought that it was this other guy. So he's like, don't shoot. In the confusion, Felipe was able to escape into the brush, and then he made his way back down south. Okay.
Okay.
So he got away.
Is he killing people as he moves south?
Yeah. On his way back to Conejos near Canyon City, Felipe killed 2 more men who were not identified. Like I said, there were bodies all along the way that like weren't found right away. And so like every name isn't listed, but they...
Right. Well, and it's the 1800s. So the records are probably pretty
shady.
hard to find.
Yeah. Not shady.
And
but
embellished.
Yeah. All of that stuff. On Vivian... An article of agreement was found, which said that the Espinosas planned on killing 600 whites to avenge the loss of family property. He also had a leather pouch that contained a note stating that his father had been murdered and that he was compelled to kill another 50 whites to atone for his father's restless soul. So they're planning on killing 650 people. That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
They've got a plan.
That's
and they're on a
ways
mission
to go, considering they have, what, 11, 12?
Yeah, well, I don't know. Because like I said, they're credited with 32. And obviously we're only hearing about, like you said, 11, 12 names.
Okay.
The posse cut off Vivian's head and took it back to Fairplay as a trophy of the, quote, remarkable chase.
Okay.
I read that for years a doctor had kept Vivian's bleached skull and that his rifle went to a collector, but I also couldn't find that.
So we don't have a statement from anyone?
Yeah, because you would think, I don't know, it said a well-known doctor. Well, if he was well-known, then how come you don't include his name?
Right. How do we find said well-known doctor?
Well, he's probably dead, I'm guessing, but just a guess. Felipe, he went back home, right, to his family. He recruited his 12 to 16-year-old nephew, depending on where you read, because some places said he was 12, some said he was 14, some said he was 16.
Young guy.
So maybe we'll just say he's 14. We'll just split the difference.
Split the difference. He's 14.
Yep, he's 14.
Because we said he is.
Yes. So that makes it so. Jose Vicente Espinosa went back with his uncle and they started traveling up north to continue their retribution.
I wonder how he convinced this kid.
I don't know. He probably was like, do you want to avenge your family? And blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
do you want gold?
Yeah, I've already killed all these people. We can kill some more. It's great. And not only were they continuing to try to get the 650 number they had already decided they were going to kill, they now had to retaliate for Vivian's death. So who knows?
700 people?
Perhaps. I'm
50
not really
per
sure.
person?
On May 30th or June 30th, because again, 1863.
And maybe they'd have May or June.
Maybe there's only one or the other. So on the 30th of one of those months, they killed a man named William Smith near Conejos. With the Espinosas back on their vengeance hunt, the public was scared because they're like, because they took the skull back and the head back and they're like, hey, we got one, but the other one got away. So they're like, fuck. And then now there's more murders happening. And they were going away from where they were originally happening, but now they're coming back.
Right.
So they're like, well, fuck. All commerce stopped unless they were accompanied by military troops. So no mail entered or left without a guard. The ranchers left their remote properties and went to more populated areas. Because like I said, it was like there'd be a ranch in the middle of fucking nowhere, which sounds amazing. But not if you're going to be
ranch
killed.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yep, sounds amazing.
Sounds great.
But if you're going to get killed, maybe not.
Probably not the right move for you.
Probably not. Governor John Evans, Colonel John Shivington, and President Lincoln's chief secretary, John George Nicolay, traveled to Conejos to negotiate a treaty with the Ute Indians. So basically probably steal their land. But
this is our treaty. Get off the land.
Right. This is our treaty. It's ours. While they were there, they tried to ease the public anxiety over the Espinosa's murder spree. They're like, no, it's cool. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
We'll get him eventually.
Yeah, eventually. The Espinosas heard...
Some of you may die, but that's a risk we are willing to take.
We're willing. The Espinosas heard about the trip, and I'm guessing in the paper, right? It's probably in the paper that this is going to happen.
Yep, probably.
And on September 4th, they sent a message to Governor Evans, and they requested pardons and asked the governor to give them their property back and replace their livestock so they could just resume their lives and give them, and I said a pardon, right? Mm-hmm. So that they wouldn't be prosecuted for all the people they've already fucking killed.
Right.
So if they didn't get what they want, they pledged to kill Evans at the first opportunity. So like, hey, can you do this, this, and this for us? But if you don't, we're going to fucking kill you. So the governor was like, yeah, that's a no-go for me. I'm not going to give you what you want because you're threatening me.
Right.
We don't do it like that.
Yeah.
And you've already killed all these people, so no way am I pardoning you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
On October 10th.
Yeah belongs in front of that. No.
On October 10th, the Espinosas attacked a buggy occupied by a man named Philbrook, just a last name. Unless maybe it was Phil and Brooke. I don't know.
And it got lost in translation over time and combined, and now he's Philbrook.
Yep, he's Philbrook. And a woman named Dolores Sanchez, just northeast of Fort Garland.
But we have her whole name, don't worry.
That's why I wonder if it's Philbrook, but it says Philbrook. So
Okay.
we're going to go with that. That's what made me think of it. I was like, we know who she is, but maybe he only just went by his last name. I don't know.
He didn't have a first name.
Nope. The Espinosas, or he didn't like it. Maybe he was Philbrook, and he's like, I'm just not going to waste anybody's fucking time.
Frederick. Is that you?
Exactly. The Espinosas killed both mules, and then Philbrook and Sanchez took off in different directions, which is smart, I think. And the Espinosas torched their wagon. Sanchez, whom the Espinosas called that prostitute of the American, she was caught, bound, raped, and then she was released.
Poor girl.
So that's good that they at least let her go. And like I said, going in two different directions, I feel like it's kind of a smart idea because one of you hopefully will get away. Hopefully both of you will get away.
I don't know that I'd want to live with that trauma.
But clearly she didn't get away.
I think I'd rather be killed than have to live with that trauma.
I don't know. We can't ask her. I'm sure she's probably dead by now because it's 1863. Later.
Maybe.
Later, Philbrook and Sanchez were reunited at Fort Garland and were able to give a full description of their attackers. And of course, they're describing
The Bloody Espinosas.
Yeah, the Espinosas.
But this time with 14-year-old Jose.
Yeah, instead of, they know Vivian's dead. So since it was clear that they weren't getting the job done, they were like, we need to call somebody in to like help us get this taken care of because...
Which they should have done in, I don't know, maybe the first place.
Yeah, perhaps. So Garland's commander called in famed... I said so. Punch me.
Die!
Wow, that's dramatic.
Like you do an improv if you say something. I'm thinking that we just go with it. Die!
Fort Garland's commander called in a famed tracker and Army scout, Tom Tobin. Tom Tobin was described as hard, gruff, taciturn, fearless, and an incredible marksman.
What does taciturn mean?
That he's quiet. He's a man of few words.
Oh, so you got that from the vocabulary app. Nice.
I'm learning as I go.
Learning new words every day.
Although I hit slang on the thing, and so it's giving me slang too. So like today, the word snack came up. I'm like,
and
maybe
I should situationship too.
Yeah. I'm like, maybe I should take the slang part off.
I don't know. I like it. I like that you text me and you go, what is situationship? This sounds like something Dahlia would say from Suburgatory.
I'm in a situationship.
I'm like, I don't know how you haven't heard that before. I feel like everybody knows situationship. That isn't old, maybe.
Okay.
You're like, fuck you.
Basically.
That's why I said it.
On October 12th, 1863, Tobin, Lieutenant Horace W. Baldwin of Company C of the 1st Colorado Cavalry, 15 soldiers. Do you like how I make it all official? 15 soldiers who will remain nameless.
Because they don't have names.
A civilian named...
I'm sure they had names. They just don't have names in this case.
Correct. A civilian named Loring Jenks and a youth named Juan Montoya.
A youth.
That's how it's described. Well, maybe to lure out Jose. I'm like, hey, I'm a kid like you. Like how coyotes try to lure dogs. They're like, we'll have
don't say that.
You say all kinds of things I don't like. That's like your karma thing where you're like, if you go home and kick your dog. I'm like, geez. So anyway, back to it.
Well, it's true.
I won't give my example then.
Karma bites you.
Yes,
yeah,
it does.
coyotes. We get it. You can look it up if you're that interested in what coyotes do to lure your dog in.
So they got this kid, Juan Montoya, and they headed north after the Espinosas. It only took Tobin one fucking day to find their trail on Levada Pass, some pass.
So he's good at what he does.
Yeah, he's good at what he does. That's what he does.
Real good BMI.
Yeah. He's like, I don't have time to fuck around. I need to get paid. After just 2 days of following the trail, the posse noticed a group. The posse noticed a group of crows and magpies circling a clearing, which meant that someone was in the area because there's probably food.
Okay.
As Tobin crept up on their camp, he saw Felipe cleaning an animal carcass for food. So he was right. He's like, yep, there's people right there. He stepped on a twig. This is so dramatic. Tobin accidentally stepped on a twig, not on a wig. He stepped on a twig and Felipe heard it snap. And then he lunged for his gun and Tobin shot first and hit Felipe in the side. He then stumbled and fell backwards into the campfire. And
whoa, that's dramatic.
Well, it starts with the snapping twig. And then he shouted for his nephew to run. Three soldiers shot at the boy. They all missed. Apparently they're not good. Yeah, like they're not good shots. Tobin fired and hit the boy in the lower back, breaking his spine.
Aww.
Presumably killing him, right?
Poor
Hopefully.
Jose.
If not, I mean, I'd rather be dead than paralyzed.
Right. Yeah, me too. Especially in those days.
Yeah. Felipe pulled himself from the fire and groped blindly for his revolver, but, he's burned and shot. So he's like, fuck. According to Tobin's memoir, I ran down where he was. A soldier went to lay his hand on him, and I said, look out, he will shoot you. Felipe fired but missed. Memoir, man. Felipe fired but missed the soldier. Then I caught him by his hair, drew his head back over a fallen tree, and cut it off.
Wow.
Dramatic.
Ow, ow, that's rude.
Yeah, just a skosh. Tobin placed both of the Espinosas' heads in a burlap sack and returned to Fort Garland on October 16th, 1863. So
boys.
He went out on the 12th and he got both of them by the 16th.
Yeah, so these other guys wasted a really long time and all their time and themselves because some of them got killed.
Yeah.
Again, this is a risk we're willing to take. Some of you may die.
But we're going. And it's going to take us forever. And we're not really going to succeed.
Lord Farquaad. It is.
I know it
Shrek.
is. Shrek. I got you.
They just looked at me like I was stupid.
No, I looked at you like I want to keep going.
Go. Proceed. Fly away, little
So
bird,
he took
fly
their
away.
heads in a sack and he took them back to prove that A, they were dead, and then B, to claim the reward. Can you imagine, you're just like the guy with the money who's going to pay him, and he's like, donk.
Right.
Clunks
It's like some
down.
Game of Thrones shit.
Right. Clunks down a couple heads that are in a sack. Probably icky, bleeding sack.
Yeah,
According
definitely.
to
And probably
legend.
smelly.
And probably
Maggots in there. Your
Ew,
worst fear.
gross. Why?
Because it's true.
Well, but why? According to legend, the severed heads of the Espinosas were kept for a while on the desk of the Conejos County Sheriff. Other things I read said that they were kept on display at Fort Garland, and other legends say that they were kept in the Colorado State Capitol building and that the men haunt it.
Ooh,
So yes, that's
spicy.
interesting.
I wonder if they do.
I read a little snippet from author Adam James Jones, who wrote a book about Felipe Espinosa. And he said he was giving a presentation on the Bloody Espinosas at the Denver Historical Society, and that two people approached him after the presentation was over. And they said that they had been cleaning out the basement at the Capitol building some years before, and they had found two skulls, but they weren't marked. And they didn't know who they were. So they decided that they just should incinerate the skulls.
Okay, that sucks.
Yes, but
Maybe that led to the haunting stopping.
I don't know.
Attached to a physical object.
We don't know if the hauntings have stopped or if they were ever really haunting.
Well, if they had any other worldly attachments, then maybe it's still going. I'm just thinking supernatural here. All roads lead back.
Totally get that. I was also thinking that. And I knew that's exactly what you were saying. You got some Sam and Dean shit happening.
I do.
Yes. Good learning, Daphne.
Good girl.
Some historians believe that the women of the family may have been abused by soldiers at Fort Garland, so women of the Espinosa family. And in general, the family had just suffered abuse from white men.
Felipe, well, yes, we know that was happening. But in historical terms, I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like if Felipe was a hothead, then that's probably true. That they're probably abusing people in their own family.
Probably. Not Felipe abusing, but the soldiers.
Oh.
The soldiers from Fort Garland were coming up and fucking with them, fucking with their women.
Oh, well, we
fucking
already
with
knew
their
that was happening. They burned their shit down.
Yeah, but we didn't know if they came and
if it was a multiple event thing.
Yeah, if they fucked with their women or not. I'm closing the story with a quote from former Rio Grande County Museum Director Louis Colville, because I think it's pretty amazing. Having your family destroyed while you're gone and your home, but they were there. No, because they took off because of the shootout.
Can you just read his quote?
Okay.
You're just going ad lib here and disrupting his quote.
Okay. Having your family destroyed while you were gone and your home, it would lead you to some violence, and it was a period of time when there was violence. You had just come through the Mexican War. You didn't cross the border crossed you.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So I was saying, if they're so mad, why don't they just turn around and go back? But I guess maybe it was just easier to stay put. Okay, we're in America now.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have that answer. Anyway, that's it.
We're in the 13 colonies now, I suppose.
I think there's way more than that by 1863.
Yeah, there is, because Colorado's a territory and we're not one of the OGs.
Yes.
But what do I know? We're not cool enough to be an OG. We just have mountains. That's all.
We were just too far away from Plymouth Rock. That's the deal.
Yep.
So that's it. That's all I got.
I like it. Well, I have some issues with it because, like, rude. Like, this guy didn't do anything to you, and you're just like, bang, bang, pew, pew, motherfucker. What? Like, that's so rude.
It is rude. They're just seeking revenge.
Good story.
Yeah. They're just
sad.
Seeking revenge.
Good.
They're not like going back to Fort Garland and they're just like, fuck it. Anybody who's white that we can kill, we are.
Yeah.
So that's what they did.
They're on a revenge tour.
They're on a revenge tour.
They're like, we gonna kill every single one of you.
Yep, 650
We're gonna kill every last one of you that crosses our paths. Psych, joke's on them. They got them first.
But I feel like you had to know that you were taking a huge fucking risk doing that.
Totally.
You know, what are the chances you get away with it?
it?
Yeah. What are the chances you're getting away with it? Slim to none.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
That was good. I enjoyed it.
Hopefully we can get the freaking Facebook to do what we want it to do.
It will.
Okay, cool.
I already told you.
Can we go back and put the rest of it or no?
No.
Okay.
Unless we sit there and individually add everything to it.
Oh,
I don't think that's...
So starting after this Instagram post, it'll go to Facebook
Episode 100 will start going to Facebook.
100! Yay! We made it.
We did it.
Just for ourselves, probably.
Yeah.
And Lindsay. And Lindsay.
I was going to say Lindsay squared.
Casey, Heather, Vienna. That's it.
That's it. That's all we got.
Yep. Thanks.
Michael,
hopefully.
If he
might be gone by now.
He's like, fuck these girls.
I can't.
Jeez.
Can't with these chicks.
They suck. They're the worst ever. What an episode.
Wow.
Sorry.
Thanks. All right. So follow us on Instagram at That's Disturbing Podcast. Send us a Gmail if you so wish at That's Disturbing Podcast at Gmail. Not at. That's Disturbing Podcast at gmail.com. And now we have a Facebook, which is
That's Disturbing. I don't know if it's That's Disturbing Podcast or That's Disturbing. Hang on. 2 shakes and I will tell you. Phone open. My phone's broken. It's fine.
She just can't hear on it.
Yeah, but this new screen protector also doesn't allow me to type very well either.
We got new screen protectors and somehow they made our phones like bulletproof.
Just That's Disturbing. No podcast after, but like we're listed as a podcast.
Okay. And we have 7 followers.
Apparently someone keeps trying to hack me.
Okay.
No, it's not me in Winnipeg. Thank you.
Not today.
It's also not me in Winnipeg still. Thank you.
Anyway, so that's it.
Thank you.
We got the gram, we got the email, we got the Facebook. So if you want to send us a case request.
Eventually we'll work on a Substack and other things.
Yep.
But Substack is like blogs. So we'd have to write the whole case. Or we just fucking print out the transcript.
There you go.
You'll be like, what the fuck are these girls up to? What are they on?
Yeah, that wouldn't work because it's literally notes.
Yeah. No, I mean... the transcript from the audio file.
Oh, God.
That's what I'm saying. That was mine. Never mind. That won't work.
All right. Bye, Daff. I got to go get dinner.